Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to have the opportunity to talk to you today about our city of opportunity. I'm proud to lead a council in a city that's incredibly diverse, young and ambitious, a city that punches above its weight, an open city that works together to shape its own destiny. Now, yes, we've been hit by hard times by COVID, but the collective energy we've put into responding to the pandemic is the same collective energy we are putting into relighting our city, our plan for recovery and growth. Now, before the pandemic, we were one of the fastest growing cities in the UK. Nearly £4.5 billion worth of investments on site and plans, and that hasn't changed, and I'm thrilled to say that. And if anything, investor and developer interest in our city has grown. So we're planning for a brighter future, which is why the name Relighting Our City is a reference to Wolverhampton's famous motto, "Out of darkness cometh light." It could also be the mantra for the age we are living through. And just how are we going about delivering on this agenda? Well, three things from me. One, we think big and we think bold. Two, we create strong, investable propositions. And lastly, we invest in infrastructure to support our growth. Now, the city's Chief Executive, Tim Johnson, will cover some of these points next, but I want to briefly talk to you about our bold thinking on our green economic growth. This is something I'm passionate about and is hugely important. Because of our region's industrial heritage, I believe we have a real and compelling opportunity to begin a green economic revolution in the West Midlands. And I want the City of Wolverhampton to be at the epicentre. Not only is this a huge economic growth sector, it's the right thing to do. It's incumbent upon all of us to leave our planet in a better place for future generations. Our city has a strong narrative to embrace and build on. The City of Wolverhampton Council has announced one of the most ambitious climate changes targets anywhere, to be carbon neutral in 8 years' time. We'll also be home to the new £17.5 million National Brownfield Institute, a beacon for research and development in new construction methods and contaminated land regeneration. The planning application has been lodged, and we are proud to be supporting our fabulous University of Wolverhampton to deliver this scheme. Now, it's part of the university's wider £120 million regeneration of the former Springfield Brewery site in the city centre. And only last month, a new £45 million School of Architecture and Built Environment opened. In many ways, Springfield is a symbol of our city's renaissance and resurgence. On brownfield development, as a city, we will talk the talk and walk the walk. And we're keen to speak to discerning investors and developers who think the same way as us. In September, we invested in a former city centre British Steel site as part of our ambitious Canalside Quarter development for new homes. It is one of the most strategically significant brownfield regeneration schemes in the region and is already generating a lot of interest. Our acquisition builds and plans for a first phase of Canalside, with developer Place First set to build 350 new, high-quality, environmentally friendly homes on the historic brownfield Union Mill site beginning next year. And there's much more to come. We're working with the university, other city and commercial partners to create an international centre of excellence in circular economy, part of a wider green city enterprise zone encompassing swathes of our city centre. Now, Beaumont Harbour in the north of the city is a great example of this, another highly polluted brownfield site, transforming into one of the UK's first city centre solar power farms. It will provide clean, green, life-saving energy to our fantastic NHS colleagues at New Cross Hospital. Now, we want to build on this proposition and our growing reputation as a centre for circular economy. And as I've said before, we have to be collectively bold and ambitious if we are going to deliver tangible benefits for local people, and we need to work with public and private sector partners to deliver this. When we do, It will be truly game-changing. I hope you feel as energised as I do about the opportunities I've mentioned. And if you've been inspired by our plans, please come and talk to us. Thank you for your time, and I'll now hand over to Tim Johnson. Thank you.
Thank you, Leader. I want to take the opportunity to build on what you've said, and first of all to fully endorse your point about being bold and ambitious in our thinking. Despite the challenges we've faced, many of us would have readily admit that over the last few months we've been tested to the max, but we have an important role, a massive role to play in delivering recovery, renewal and growth. And I use the word we quite deliberately because it's incumbent on us all, whether we work in local government, central government, business leaders and other partners, to forge new hope and rekindle aspiration within our communities. For me, the pandemic has demonstrated the vital role that local government plays in wider society, and I'm incredibly proud to be the Chief Executive of the City of Wolverhampton Council. My team have worked tirelessly to help residents and businesses cope with COVID, and at the same time, as the leaders just said, we've pushed ourselves to prepare for recovery and relight. Before the pandemic, our city was on the cusp of something really quite exceptional, and we're absolutely 100% determined to double down and deliver on that momentum. Our strategy for growth is already there. We have some incredible assets, we have a clear vision and plans, we're better connected, we're agile, and we're a Premier League city with Premier League ambitions. That ambition is matched with action and confidence. Despite COVID, we're still seeing huge public and private sector investment in our city, over £4.4 billion, largely focused on our strategic growth zones, the transformation of our city centre, our northern growth corridor around I-54, and finally our southeastern growth corridor into the wider Black Country centred around Bilston. This growth strategy is a blend of prudent land acquisition, investment in infrastructure, collaboration and proposition development. It's creating strong opportunities and I'm delighted to say strong market interest. Fundamentally what we're doing is place shaping. It's something I'm passionate about to unlock and unleash the potential of our city. So I'd just like to talk through a few examples. In the city centre, we had already anticipated the need to reimagine our city centre in light of the fundamental changes impacting on all centres across the UK and to invest in this new vision. We've created one of the best connected transport interchanges anywhere in the country, connecting train, bus, tram and car, designed around our iconic new mainline train station. Wolverhampton Interchange is a huge catalyst for growth. Its strategic location, close to the new Canal Side Regeneration Quarter, opposite the fantastic Springfield development and smack bang next to our new commercial quarter, is a huge draw for further investment and development. I9, our latest £17 million investment in the commercial quarter, brings additional high quality BREEAM excellent office space to our city centre, and it also sets a new standard for office space in the COVID era. Again, we've got significant end occupier and investor interest, and I'm confident with some mature flexibility in our letting approach, it will be fully let by the time it's completed in the summer of next year. And it's another example of our council investing in that wider vision. There's huge market opportunity for new homes and city centre living. The leader's already spoken about how we're stimulating that market at Canal Side. The council's already working with Court Collaboration and the West Midlands Combined Authority on one of the biggest city centre residential schemes outside of London, the £185 million Brewers Yard development, next to the train station and Springfield. We're seeing direct private investment too without public subsidy. Empire Property, for example, is investing £40 million to develop 144 apartments at the former Telecom House. And back to that big thinking, we have a vision to be a top UK event city, and we're delivering on that. We're investing in our fantastic cultural and entertainment assets and have a 5-year strategy for events. Last month we announced a new weekend Creation Day Festival for May 2021 with bands like the Happy Mondays, Ash, Editors and the Echo and the Bunnymen. It's the start of a 5-year relationship which will build on already the things they were doing to attract thousands of new visitors. Before that, in March, Wolverhampton will be hosting the prestigious British Art Show. Our city has a proud connection with elite cycling, and we're delighted to have landed the Commonwealth Games cycling time trials in 2022. Again, something we want to build on. And hugely important, our £38 million renovation of the Civic Halls is progressing at pace. Works will be completed in autumn next year ahead of a reopening in early 2022. And when it opens, it will be one of the best live music and entertainment venues, showcasing the best acts and bringing millions of people into our city centre. And of course, this all sits alongside our successful Premier League football team, Wolverhampton Wanderers. And we all yearn for the days when tens of thousands of fans can once again flock to Molineux. So you can see we're building a more vibrant city with an exciting, refreshed visitor offer, which will act as a driver for further growth and investment. A few final points from me on infrastructure investment, both physical and digital. Our award-winning partnership with Staffordshire County and South Staffordshire District Council at I-54 has created the UK's most successful enterprise zone. It's home to a range of global businesses, and we're working with our partners to invest in further growth, creating some of the best commercial opportunities anywhere in the UK. The I-54 Western Extension is a hugely ambitious project with the potential to unlock £300 million of private investment, creating up to 1,700 new jobs and hundreds of local supply chain opportunities. One thing COVID has taught us all is just how vital digital innovation is. As a council, we're proactively supporting this shift and investing in future-proofed digital infrastructure to support city businesses. Our ambition is simple: to be one of the most digital-enabled cities in the UK. We've secured the UK's third national digital infrastructure platform, City Fibre, as our preferred full fibre broadband partner. The gigabit speed this will give us will make us one of the best connected cities in the whole of the UK. Wolverhampton is also one of only 13 cities nationwide where all 4 mobile network operators have announced the rollout of 5G, with 2 operators already live. This gives businesses and residents access to mobile internet that's as fast as fibre, and it will be transformational for industry in our city. We're also working with WM5G to be the UK's first 5G application accelerator testbed, so businesses can explore the potential of 5G and exploit this new technology. So in summary, we are as a city that, notwithstanding unprecedented challenges we're facing, is looking forward and not only playing to our existing strengths, but investing in infrastructure to build new, exciting propositions. We are a bold, ambitious city of opportunity with a track record of delivering, of getting things done. If you're interested in finding out more, I'd love to talk to you. So please reach out to me on LinkedIn or on my Twitter feed at Tim J. Wolves. Thanks for listening.